Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. To all my wonderful subscribers, both new and returning subscribers, you all are welcome. And if you are new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. Here is a process video tutorial on how to make this corset bustier dress, which is detailed for both beginners and advanced learners. So if this video is something that you are looking out for, then watch to the end and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question regarding to this tutorial, do well to drop it on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. So guys, let's get started. So here on my pattern paper is her shoulder line, her bust line, on the bust line and her waistline. And from her shoulder line here to her bust point here is 10 inches. To her on the bust here is 13.5 inches. Down to her waistline or her half length here is 15.5 inches. Okay. Then the next thing that we are going to take here is her shoulder measurement. Her shoulder measurement here is 13 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 6.5 inches. Okay, but I will be making it here 7 inches, which is this point. Okay, for her neckline width, I'll be making use of 3.5 inches, which is this point here. Okay, then from shoulder point here, I'm going to come down here by 1 inch to take her shoulder slope, and from her shoulder slope point I'm also going to come down here by 7 inches to take her armhole length, okay, which is this point. Then I'll go ahead to connect my points, and this line here will serve as her chest line. Okay, I'm also going to take her armhole midpoint as to create her armhole curve. Okay, what I have here as her armhole midpoint is 3.5 inches, which is this point. Then I'm going to move in here by 0.5 inch, okay, which is this point. Then moving over to her chest line, I'm going to take her bust circumference. Her bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches, which is this point here. Okay, then I'll go ahead now to connect this point together. So this is it. Then for her front pattern neckline, I'm going down here by 3 inches. Then I'll also go ahead to curve for my neckline. The next thing to take here is her bust span measurement, which is 8 inches divided by 2 will give me 4 inches. So I'll go ahead now to take her bust span of 4 inches at her bust line down to her waistline. Then I'll go ahead to draw a straight line connecting my points. Then after that, the next thing that I'm going to do here is to create the dart legs. Okay, from my nipple to nipple line here at my bust line, I'm going to move down here by 1 inch. Okay, then to the center front of my bustier pattern, I'm going to move in here by 0.5 inch at the under bust line. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm moving here by 0.5 inch. Then to the side front of this bustier pattern, I'm moving in here by 1.5 inches, which is this point here. Okay, down to the waistline at the center front, I'm taking out 0.5 inch, which is this point. Then at the side front, I'm taking 1 inch. Okay, at the waistline. Can you see what I'm doing? Then I'll go ahead to connect my points. Okay. So guys, the next thing to do here is to determine how covered I want this corset bustier with yoke to be. Okay, for my neckline yoke, from the shoulder line I'll be moving down here by 6.5 inches, which is this point. Okay, then I'll draw a straight line. I'll also go ahead to extend my nipple to nipple line to meet my neckline. At the chest line here, I will move in here by 0.5 inch, which is this point. Then at the bust line, I'm going to take the distance between the bust point to the under bust. Okay, so what I have here is 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to take 3.5 inches point here at the bust line. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'll mark 3.5 inches here, then place my tape and also take 3.5 inches. Can you see what I'm doing? Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect it. Okay, to the side front. Okay, I'm also going to take the 3.5 inches, which is the distance between the bust point and the under bust point. Okay, so I'm also going to take 3.5 inches here at the bust line, at the chest line here, because this is the armhole line or the chest line. I'm going to make it 4 inches, which is this point here. Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect it. Okay, from this my dart leg created point, then I'm going to create my dart at the nipple to nipple line. Okay, so I'm going to take out 1/2 inch from both sides. From the bust point, I'm also going to go up here by 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm going to move up here by 1/2 inch, then create my dart leg. Go ahead and connect your cup point just the way you see me doing it here. So guys, the next thing that we're going to do here now is to take our basic body measurement. So coming over to the bust line, her bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. Okay, so I'll mark 9 inches point here. Then I will replace this dart space at the under bust to the bust line. Okay, so what I have here as my dart space at the under bust is 2 inches, so I'm going to replace it here. Okay, this point, then add 1 inch hemming allowance. Okay, which is this point. Then to the underbust, her underbust circumference of 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inches. So I'm going to mark 7.5 inches point here. Then replace my dart space of 2 inches, which is this point. Then add 1 inch hemming allowance. Okay. To the waistline, her waist circumference of 28 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7 inches. So I'll mark my 7 inches point here. Then replace my dart space of 1.5 inches, which is this point here. Then add 1 inch hemming allowance. Okay. Then I'll go ahead to connect my marked points. So guys, this is it for our bustier. Then the next thing that we are also going to do here is to take our side dart. Okay, our side bustier dart. So to the bust line here, I'm going to move down here by 1 inch, which is this point. Okay, then I'm going to connect it like this. Can you see what I have here? Okay, so guys, since I'm taking out the side dart, okay, I'll be taking it out. Then I'll be adding 1/2 inch to my bustier, corset drafted bustier, so that my boots will be able to sit very well. Okay, then I'm going to connect it like this. Okay, can you see what I have here? So this is it. We are taking out the side dart. So guys, for the keyhole neckline, I'll be taking out this part. Okay, there will be an opening here. Okay, I'll be taking out this part. So I'll go ahead now to cut this out. And after cutting for the front pattern, this is what I have. I went ahead to label it. Okay, do well to subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. To draw for the back pattern, this is her shoulder line, so I'm going to take her shoulder measurements here. So her shoulder measurement of 13 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 6.5 inches, but I'll be making it 7 inches which is this point here. Then for the back pattern neckline width, I'll be taking 3.5 inches. Okay, and for the back pattern neckline length, I'll be taking 2 inches. Okay, so I'll go ahead to connect. Then to my shoulder point, I'm going to go down by 1 inch to mark my shoulder slope point, which is this point. Then from my shoulder slope point, I'm also going to go down by 7 inches for her armhole length, which is this point. And this line here will serve as her chest line for the back pattern. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to get our armhole midpoint. Okay, so 7 inches divided by 2 will give us 3.5 inches, which is this point here. Okay, then to her chest line, I'm going to take her bust circumference. So her bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. So I'll take my 9 inches point here. Okay, then I'll go ahead to connect my armhole. Okay, then the next thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to take her nipple to nipple measurement, which is her bob's palm measurement. Okay, so I'm going to take her bob's palm measurement at her chest line down to her waistline. So I'm going to mark 4 inches. Another thing that I'm going to do here, I'm equally going to take my darts. Okay, so at her nipple to nipple line or her bust palm line here, I'll be taking out 1/2 inch from both sides. Okay, you can equally take out 0.6 inches as your dart leg space. Okay, so I'm taking out 1/2 inch. Then I'll go ahead to connect my point. After taking my dart leg, the next thing that I'm going to do here is to take her basic body measurement. So coming over to her bust line, I'm also going to take her bust circumference. So her bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches, which is this point. Okay, then I'm also going to add 1.5 inch hemming allowance for the back pattern. Okay, the front pattern we used 1 inch, but for the back pattern we are going to use 1.5 inch because I added my dart leg here. Okay, so to her underbust circumference is 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inches, which is this point. Then I'll also add 1.5 inch hemming allowance, which is this point. Okay, down to her waistline, her waist circumference of 28 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7 inches, which is this point. Okay, then I'm also going to add 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Okay, then I will go ahead to connect my marked points. Then to the armhole, I'm also going to add 1.5 inch here. Okay, which is this point. Okay, then after this, now if you notice on my pattern paper, you can see that I didn't add any zipper allowance. Okay, so the back pattern of this bustier dress is going to have corset eyelets. Okay, so at the waistline here, I'm going to subtract 1.5 inch, 1.5 inches here. Okay, then at the chest line, I'm going to take out 2 inches, which is this point. Okay, then I'm going to, from my shoulder point, okay, neckline width point, I'm going to connect it. Okay, can you see the stylish back pattern that we are going to have here? Also, at the back pattern waistline here, I'm going to come up here by 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch, which is this point. Then I'm going to slope it. Then for our eyelet, this is where we'll be fixing our eyelets. Okay, this is for our eyelet opening. I'm going to go ahead now to cut this out. Okay, this is all for the back pattern. This is for the back. So guys, after cutting for the back pattern, this is what we have. Then let's go ahead and cut it out on our fabric. After cutting on my fabric, this is what I have for both the front and the back pattern. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share with friends. Here I'll be fixing my front bustier patterns. With 1/2 inch, just take it to your sewing machine and stitch up this area. The same applies to the other side. Okay, for my bra cup, I will also go ahead to stitch it up using 1/2 inch, just the way you see me placing it together here. Okay, also here is the one of the bra cup that I did off camera. You can see how neat it came out. So guys, here after sewing for my bustier patterns and my bra cups, this is what I have for the front pattern. The next thing to do here is to fix my bra cups. Okay, and to do that, from the center part of my bustier pattern and my bra cup, I'll be using my pins to pin it up, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. I'll take this now to my sewing machine to stitch up from here. Okay, can you see how I'm going to fix it? The same applies to the other side. Okay, can you see what I have here? So guys, after stitching up for my corset pattern, this is what I have. Okay, can you see the back side? This is what I have for my corset pattern. Okay, for the neckline yoke, this is what I have here. So I trim down the neckline here by 1 inch. Okay, I trim it down by 1 inch to give me this keyhole shape. Okay, can you see what I have here for the yoke neckline? So I'll go ahead to attach my yoke. And also for the back pattern, for this bustier back pattern, this is what I have here. Okay, can you see the back pattern? I've also gone ahead to attach it to the skirt part. Okay, can you see that? This is for the back pattern. Can you see the two back pattern? Okay, this is it. Then the next thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to attach this bustier, my corset bustier, to the skirt part. Okay, and that will be all for this video tutorial. And after fixing the yoke and the skirt part to my bustier pattern, this is what I have for my front pattern. Okay, and here is my end result on a basic corset dress pattern. Okay, you can see how neat and beautiful my dress turned out to be. Do well to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question regarding to this tutorial, please do well to drop it on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. Thank you guys for watching and see you on my next free video tutorial. Bye.